Meeting that would include Russian leader Vladimir Putin trying to stop the war.
In a certain period of time, not very far from now, a week or 2 weeks, we're going to know whether or not we're going to solve this, or is this horrible fighting going to continue?
Now to Fox's Doug Luzader.
News from the Wall Street Journal that Zelensky may be open to what they're calling proportional land swaps with Russia. The deal that seems to be emerging here would require Ukraine to cede some territory to Russia in exchange for security guarantees from the U.S. and European allies, something similar to Article 5 NATO protections, even though Ukraine would remain outside of the NATO alliance.
Well, this is good news for anyone planning to fly Air Canada this week. The Flight Attendants Union has just reached a tentative agreement to end their strike, and the airline hopes to resume some service today. The strike started Saturday, grounding flights affecting tens of thousands of Air Canada passengers. More National Guard troops will be going to Washington to help President Trump's crackdown on crime as 3 more Republican-led states join the deployment: Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee. Ohio and South Carolina were the first, along with West Virginia. Its Attorney General J.B. McCusker just told Fox.
The District of Columbia isn't just a tourist destination. It's a place where the business of our country is done.
Now, the president has also federalized D.C. police and has federal agents on patrol, but Washington leaders have pushed back, saying that violent crime numbers have dropped this year and last year. Hurricane Erin remains out to sea and still forecast to move away from the U.S. East Coast, but forecasters also say it's going to grow, get larger, and be a danger to the East Coast with rip currents and high surf. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The price of redrawing Indiana's voting maps. Nothing on radar. 75 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 88. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02.
I think that cost is estimated to be around maybe $150,000, give or take. I think here you'd have to make sure that most legislators want to do it.
That's Governor Mike Braun speaking to reporters at the State House Monday about potentially calling a special session to discuss redistricting and its costs.
I think if this were in reverse at the national level, not maybe the state level, there would be no hesitation. I think most of the blue states have been gerrymandered to a point where you can't do it much more.
And he added,
I think when it comes to all of this, the climate's hot across the country. And here, whether it goes through or not, we'll see. Yes, there will be political pressure put on, and it will be cranked up.
And Republican members of Indiana's House and Senate have also confirmed their caucuses have been invited to Washington, D.C. to speak with members of Trump's administration about redistricting. A Hoosier woman was arrested on Saturday for threatening to kill President Trump.
I just wanted to let you know here from the United States Attorney's Office in D.C. that an individual by the name of Nathalie Rose Jones is now in custody.
That's U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro.
She did come from New York to Washington, D.C., and she has been threatening and calling for the removal of the president, and even worse, as she got to D.C. Her threats were on Facebook and Instagram.
Charging documents say Jones is from Lafayette. The threats mention Trump's handling of COVID-19, saying his action caused extreme and unnecessary loss of life. And the Indianapolis Colts say they are adding to the secondary with veteran cornerback Xavier Howard agreeing to a deal. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
North side eastbound 465 stop and go traffic after Michigan Road 2 ditch. That's because of leftover construction from overnight. 2 right lanes are currently closed. And traffic is again backed up for a small delay right now as you make your way eastbound, beginning after Michigan Road. Northbound 65 into the south split is okay at the moment. That's going to start slowing down anytime now, usually from Raymond up to the south split. We are keeping an eye on that and the other construction zones as well. Just have a safe morning. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. This humidity has to end. This is just dumb. Zelensky was sweating in his suit. You made him wear a suit on the hottest day ever.
Oh, it was rough. I mean, it'll get better, though. I do have some good news here. It starts today, Tony. That's a cold front moving through. It's a day of transition. That means some scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible. I've got highs still around 90. Today will be hopefully the last day of that for a long time. Feels like temperatures around 100. Watch out for a few of those downpours this afternoon. Showers come to an end by mid-evening. We're mostly cloudy, still a little warm overnight, low of 70. But we start to kind of get the benefits of that cooler air rushing in on Wednesday. Partly cloudy, a high of 81. Thursday and Friday, mostly sunny skies, highs into the mid-80s. And then the weekend looks lovely. Saturday, sunny 85. Sunday, sunny and cooler, highs in the upper 70s.
And we're still feeling from 6 to 10 p.m. The weather's perfect.
Oh, I think it's going to be wonderful. Yeah, you're going to have a little dry cold front coming through Saturday afternoon. So that's going to kind of bring in reinforcing some of that cooler air. It's going to be drier air. And you're probably looking at numbers in the evening hours Saturday, Tony, probably mid-upper 70s and nice north breeze coming in, so it should be quite refreshing.
Good, because we need perfect cigar weather,
right.
Perfect no humidity weather.
Yep.
For August 23rd, tickets.tonykatz.com. Myself, actor Nick Searcy, from Hollywood to the Heartland. It is looking so good.
Yep.
And Marcus Bailey might appear.
I'm working on it.
Might.
I'm trying.
Also, might not.
That's right. I am working on it.
There it is.
But it is going to be a lovely night. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be wonderful.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. I appreciate it. 73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:08.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Can't redistrict, all the plants will die. Everybody calm down. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Can we get into the focus here of what we're talking about? I know the vice president was here to talk about redistricting. I know Charlie Kirk and other national figures have been talking about it. No one's having a conversation about why this should happen. And I start with the position of, I had no idea whether this should happen or not. Texas was doing this. What does that have to do with us? We hold 9 seats. We have 9 congressional seats in Indiana. 7 of them are in Republican hands. The conversation is, should we be engaging in a redistricting mid-decade that would redraw the lines? Are they redrawing the lines in a way that makes sense? Are they redrawing the lines in a way that's more representative of the state? What's the story? All legitimate and good questions. Pressure from the outside isn't good. And I would argue that if Kirk had better understood the state, he wouldn't be engaged in some of the posts that he's engaged in. There's a better way to go about this conversation. But the question is, should we? Well, Texas decided to do a mid-decade redistricting. Okay, that's Texas. This is what their state legislature has decided to do. The people of Texas can decide whether they like it or not in their votes for their state representatives. And that's where it should be left. But as an idea, you could look at it and say, interesting. Then you heard people saying Indiana should do this, and Indiana was like, we haven't even thought of this. Enter Gavin Newsom. Now, I was a guy saying we're 7 of 9 already. I don't quite understand what we're doing here. Gavin Newsom then comes in and says, well, Texas is doing this, so we're going to redistrict, and we're going to draw out 5 Republican seats. Oh, so Texas is not allowed to be a sovereign state, if you will, and engage its own political process in its own way. You are going to engage a political process to attack the people who did this in Texas. How dare they? So we're going to do this. So now redistricting is not only a political process in the state, it's a political maneuver based on party. It's a way to get revenge on others. Now, if you take a look at redistricting across the country, what you will find is that Republicans come out way better than Democrats. So now I favor redistricting, and I'm going to get aggressive about the subject. You saw all members of Congress, all 7 Republicans, coming out in favor of it. I think you called a special session. But, Tony, we didn't do a special session on property taxes. Oh, please. We understand the issue, guys. We understand this Republican Party. But we are not discussing living life in a vacuum. Democrats want to make this something as an attack vehicle. Did you not learn anything about how to fight? I'm going to teach the Republicans how to fight today. And I've heard the arguments against, and I think the arguments against are weak. I think they're soft. I think they're childlike. I think they're pseudo-intellectual. And I think, most of all, they don't quite grasp the base fundamental. Texas was doing what Texas does. And other Democrat states said, we're going to vilify, attack, and destroy you for it, and engage in retribution. If you're willing to sit by and let that happen to your state, to your country, well, my God, we've got no time for that. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. A Greenfield-based company is expanding at 632. Stay connected with the new IBJ Media app, your source for Indiana business news that moves as fast as you do. Download the app today at ibj.com/app download.
So do you have more than $200,000 saved for retirement? You could put that money in the stock market, but you have no idea what will happen with it. Or you could make a smarter move and get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years.
All right, here's the math. If you invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. Now that's $240,000. That $240,000 could earn 10% or $24,000 in the first year. So by year end, your original $200,000 could grow to $264,000. Get all the details by calling Bill Demery, your retirement guy, 317-648-5120. We trust Bill, and you can too. 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120.
Why do so many basement companies want half the money up front? Could it be because it's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they don't ask for a deposit until the job is done and you're completely satisfied. They even start with a free inspection to ensure you know exactly what your home needs without the guesswork. With over 35 years experience, they've proven that trust is built on results, not deposits. Michaelis, building trust beneath your feet. Visit michaeliscorp.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's going on?
North side, eastbound 465. Slow traffic, Michigan Road over 2 ditch. That's because of overnight road construction. That's still down. 2 right lanes are closed for the moment. Northbound 65 starting it slow a little bit after Raymond into the south split because of a construction zone. Traffic sponsored by Dairy Queen. Savor the DQ chicken strip basket with 4-season chicken strips, fries, Texas toast, and DQ signature country gravy. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
With 11 locations, Tech Credit Union's Chief Information Officer, Zach Hohulin, relies heavily on applied innovation and Arctic Wolf, an AI-driven cybersecurity platform.
We've been so impressed with that platform that Applied recommended that we now have gone back repeatedly to Applied.
Being a financial institution, Applied Innovation plays a critical role protecting your members.
It's almost a new Cold War, right? You have to have cybersecurity insurance, and you have to start partnering with organizations that will step in and help you manage that.
And having Applied Innovation as your cybersecurity partner?
It makes me a lot less anxious because I'm able to sit back and know that we're in good hands and not have to worry about it. I get to sleep at night.
Don't risk your data being hacked or exposed to ransomware threats. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. And sleep better knowing your network's secure.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly, divorce for soldiers is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce, things such as deployments, relocation, retirement benefits. These issues can be complicated. So if you're a soldier facing such challenges, go to CordellCordell.com.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the lake or clean out your closet?
RV wins!
Putting the dishes away or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Cleaning the fridge or taking a trip to the beach?
RV wins!
You might want to clean the fridge real quick because, mold.
We clean out the fridge, then take the RV out.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
Hammer and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
We've only just begun to live. White lace and promises.
President Zelensky, you say in a post on X today, Russia must end this war, which it itself started. President Trump, you say President Zelensky of Ukraine can end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to. Which is it?
No, I think that's true. I think we're going to have a meeting. I think if everything works out well today, we'll have a trilat. And I think there will be a reasonable chance of ending the war when we do that.
And, is this the end of the road for American support for Ukraine? Is today's meeting deal or no deal?
I can never say that. It's never the end of the road. People are being killed, and we want to stop that. So I would not say it's the end of the road. No,
Allow me, if I can, for a moment. What we set years ago as the 2 rules of Trumpism still hold. And the president proved it right there. The first rule of Trumpism is that Trump wins. And the second rule of Trumpism is that a deal can always be made as long as it adheres to the first rule of Trumpism, which would bring us possibly to the third rule of Trumpism, that there's never a meeting of deal or no deal. There's always the possibility of a deal being made. But we knew that. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. What is going on, everybody? Tickets will sell out tomorrow. That's the pacing we're at. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Myself, actor, producer Nick Searcy, West Fork Whiskey this Saturday. The barbecue, the bourbon, the cigars. It is going to be an incredible night. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. I hope to see you there with Just Add Water Boats, fantastic sponsors, and Defiance Beef. The people at Premier Arms, of course, love those guys. And PA Jewelers. Boer Remodeling will be there. Food from Big Hoppa's, desserts from Circle City Sweets, cigars from Blend Bar Cigar. It is going to be a remarkable night. West Fork Whiskey is where we will be this Saturday, August 23rd. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Get your tickets immediately. This may come up because politics are going to come up at the event, and everyone knows that Nick Searcy did 2 documentaries about January 6th. And so a little bit of understanding of what Trump was like that day and his whole methodology and how maybe he has changed since the 2020 election. Stuff we'll get into. But this hasn't changed. A deal can always be made. The meeting yesterday with Zelensky, who... he wore the button-down shirt and the jacket, no tie. People were talking about it. The meeting was very worthwhile. You had Meloni of Italy, Starmer of the UK, Macron of France. You had Merz of Germany, who was the only guy who at a meeting of all these world leaders was like, listen, I think we need to get more out of Russia. We need to do this. We need to do that. Couldn't just go with the flow. And, of course, it was the Germans bringing everybody down. And there's Meloni from Italy rolling her eyes. Oh, she's fantastic. So fantastic. But as a visual, it was quite an impressive display. It really was. One by one, these world leaders showing up, and then the conversation about trilateral meeting.
President Zelensky, are you prepared to keep sending Ukrainian troops to their deaths for another couple years, or are you going to agree to redraw the maps?
Thank you for your question. So, first of all, we live under each day attacks. That today have been a lot of attacks and a lot of wounded people, and the child was dead, small one year and a half. So we need to stop this war, to stop Russia, and we need support, American and European partners. And we will do our best for this. So, and I think we show that we are strong people, and we supported the idea of the United States, personally of President Trump, to stop this war, to make a diplomatic way of finishing this war. And we are ready for trilateral, as President said. This is a good signal about trilateral. I think this is very good. Thank you.
Trilateral meaning the meeting between Zelensky, Putin, and Trump. It came up more than once that this is where they're heading. Macron of France has said, we want in on this too. And people are like, we don't need the French to be there. We'll hire other people to serve the water. And Macron said, no, although we do love that. We think Europe should be at the table as well. Oh, well, that's interesting. So there's a larger scale conversation at play than just a peace deal between Ukraine and Russia. We were discussing this yesterday on Tony Katz Today. It is absolutely the Europeans pressuring Zelensky to give up land, and that was a part of the conversation yesterday between these world leaders. Something that we have been discussing here. Land is going to be a part of this, and it stinks to high heaven. And there's a question. If you give Putin land, are you simply encouraging him for the next attack? Because you'll give up something. You'll always give up something. It's got a very Israel-Palestinian vibe to it. where eventually they keep attacking, and you realize you can't make peace with these people. These people don't want peace. So you got to do something about it. But they may not be at that point yet. But the pressure is on Zelensky. Zelensky seems somewhat open to this idea, but he has to go back and sell it to Ukrainians. He has to sell it to his government. But this gathering that you saw, this was, first of all, it was an incredible sight. It was something, if you want to talk about the gathering of world leaders, this is not what you saw from Joe Biden, no matter what they told you. Remember, everything they said about Joe Biden was a lie. Everything Karine Jean-Pierre ever said was a lie. Now, is it going to lead to a deal? Who knows? I don't have an answer for that. I'll tell you that while people will say this is much ado about nothing, nothing was done, nothing was accomplished. I don't believe that part true. For the first time, we're hearing about the concrete of what it is that has to happen for a peace deal to take place. Not this pie in the sky, we just have to beat the Russians. Are you willing to put troops on the ground and fire bullets into their heads? And since the answer from the left is no, it's this. And this was, I think, the first showing of, okay, all right, we could all get here. Now let's see what happens at a trilateral meeting. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Northbound 65 slow before Raymond up to the south split because of road construction. And looking at westbound 465, we had some overnight road work going eastbound, actually, from Michigan Road over to Meridian Street. And that has been picked up, and we are good to go. Everything moving up to speed once again. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob, former mayor of Indianapolis. Greg Ballard will be here. He's got a new book out, Can a Republican Still Win in Indy? We'll talk about it Tuesday, 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Are you still putting screens on your gutters? You know, if the holes are too big, debris gets in, and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top, and now you're cleaning the screens. I have Gutter Helmet on my home, and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. Right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 17% discount plus 12 months no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Call 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 17% off, restrictions apply, and cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, or gutterhelmetindy.com, and never clean your gutters again.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings. Because you're driving to Paris.
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome.
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin.
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires. And that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. on the go.
The push for peace. Nothing on radar in downtown Indianapolis, 75 degrees. We're going up to 88. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. President Trump met with Ukraine's president and several European leaders at the White House Monday to discuss peace efforts.
President Trump met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky along with the leaders of NATO, the European Union, and other key European allies.
We're all working for the same goal, very simple goal. We want to stop the killing, get this settled.
The president says among the key issues discussed, security guarantees for Ukraine and potential territory concessions. President Trump says he also spoke with Russian President Vladimir Putin to begin arrangements for a meeting between Putin and Zelensky.
And that's Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House this morning. The Indiana National Guard will not join the street patrols in Washington, D.C. for now, after President Trump took control of the city's police department. Meanwhile, several Republican-led states are sending National Guard troops to the district to assist with crime-fighting efforts.
We're cooperating with ICE here on the worst first. In this case, 6 years living there, I think most people ought to be concerned. There were several congressmen that got, carjacked.
And that's Governor Mike Braun speaking to reporters at the State House on Monday. After intense heat and storms on Tuesday, the forecast for the rest of the week will be a welcome change. Jake McDaniel explains why.
Wednesday will start to make things better with less humidity and cooler air, which will last all the way through the weekend.
So on Friday, we're expecting a high temperature near 88 under sunny skies. And really, as we go through the weekend, we're expecting a pretty nice weekend with sunny skies on Saturday and a high near 86.
Jason Puma with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says partly cloudy skies are possible next Sunday, but it should be your coolest day of the weekend with highs in the lower 80s. Jake McDaniel, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
The Powerball jackpot keeps climbing. It now sits at an estimated $643 million after nobody hit the grand prize on Monday night. The next drawing is Wednesday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Greenfield-based Photon Automation, which produces automation and robotic systems for advanced manufacturing companies, is expanding with the launch of a new division. Photon Energy will provide contract manufacturing and development services for the battery and energy storage industry, says CEO Bill Huffman.
That really launched us into the technology behind batteries and all the processes associated with building those battery assemblies. I mean, if you're tasked with building the equipment that builds the battery, you have a very good understanding of what goes into that process.
U.S. News & World Report is out with its annual rankings of the best U.S. high schools, and one Indiana school has maintained its position near the top. Nearly 18,000 schools across the country were ranked this year, and Signature School in Evansville held on to its number 2 spot on the list. It's the only Indiana school included in the top 100, and you can see the complete list at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Longtime utility consumer counselor William Fine is leaving his post at the end of the month, setting up an opportunity for Governor Mike Braun to have a direct impact on utility issues in the state. Fine has led the Office of Utility Consumer Counselor since 2017. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead. We don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. Because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
East Central Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Muncie. Join us for Innovate East Central Indiana at Ball State University, September 17th. A powerful afternoon of ideas, innovation, and insight, part of the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're talking talent, technology, and transformation, and what's next for the region. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate. The Kentucky Public Transportation Infrastructure Authority has authorized the financial plan for the final section of the I-69 Ohio River Crossing Project, connecting Evansville and Henderson, Kentucky. The agency also approved a resolution to enter into a bi-state development agreement with Indiana for future construction. The Ball State University College of Architecture and Planning will take up the first floor of the historic Columbia Theater building in downtown Muncie. The 5,000 square foot space will house the college's studio courses in landscape architecture and urban planning. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Southside northbound 65 stop and go traffic before Raymond into the south split because of road construction. And it looks like, you have the Lafayette Road Bridge closed over 465 right now on the northwest side. And last week there was a bridge inspection. The bridge failed and they had to shut it down indefinitely. I'm hearing this bridge is scheduled to reopen mid-early September in that area right now. More on that as it becomes available throughout the week. But that gives you kind of a grassroots sort of ballpark figure on when that bridge is going to reopen. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center, and today is the day that this insanity of humidity is supposed to break, and we should see possibly a couple of storms, but cold front coming in and some drier temperatures making their way our way. Let us hope, let us gather around and hope that this is the case, because this is getting gross and y'all starting to smell. 73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on sports, and Ryan Hedrick still smells like a rose.
Yes, I do, Tony. Good morning. The Colts are adding to their secondary with veteran cornerback Xavier Howard agreeing to a deal.
Well, I know X from his college days. We drafted him when I was the DB coach at Miami.
Indy defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo.
He can go get the ball, and he's proven that throughout his NFL career, that he's been an elite interceptor. We're hoping that, we'll give him some time to get back into football shape, because that takes a while.
Today may also be the day that head coach Shane Steichen announces who his starting quarterback will see. He's going to talk to the media later this morning, and the Colts wrap up their preseason in Cincinnati on Saturday. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark has already missed nearly 24 games with injuries. She hopes to be back soon on Sunday. Guard Sophie Cunningham also helped off the floor with a knee injury. The team has not said what's going on with her yet. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Discussing end-of-life matters can be uncomfortable, but it's also necessary to ensure that loved ones' wishes are well known ahead of time. This is Tina McIntosh, president of Joy's House and co-host of the Caregiver Crossing radio program. Up next, I'll share suggestions to help ease anxiety surrounding the talk.
Cardon & Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Visit cardon.us to find a community near you.
Direct, open, and honest conversation is the best way to discuss end-of-life wishes. Knowing your loved one's preferred treatments and desired arrangements will ready everyone for when the time comes. Also helpful, creating a will or trust to ensure assets are distributed accordingly. And consider an end-of-life doula to assist your family during the process. More tips like this are available anytime at caregivercrossingradio.org. With new weekly content created by Joy's House and distributed in partnership with Network Indiana, we're an on-air and online support group for Hoosier family caregivers. Hear conversations with experts, access the library of online education, and more at caregivercrossingradio.org.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business.
never needed anyone, and making love was just for fun.
MSNBC goes through a rebrand. It's not good at all. There was absolutely no effort put into this name, this logo, this message. I take heat for my logo. Oh my gosh, it's so simplistic. Oh my gosh. What, a 5-year-old come up with that? It's my initials. In a circle. Sometimes not in a circle. I know, I'm daring. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on? Good to be with you. The MSNBC people are now becoming MS Now. Remember, MSNBC was a relationship between Microsoft and NBC. Then Microsoft left that relationship in 2012 knowing, well, this is going to suck. And then, to prove them right, MSNBC hired Melissa Harris Perry. Now, oh God, you don't remember? She was the pre-runner to everything we see now. So they are changing their name from MSNBC to MS Now. My Source News Opinion World. Or as Sarah Huckabee, the governor of Arkansas, said, MS Now for no one's watching. Bravo. Bravo, Governor. Well played. The logo is it's just written out, MS Now, and there's kind of like a flag next to it. Looks like it's got a little bit of a wave to it, and there are two orange lines that are kind of offset, like in an equal sign looking thing. I don't know. Man, is this bad. Really, really, really bad. I don't know what they're trying to do here. I don't know why this is the direction they went. News opinion, only one opinion though, world. That's their new thing. The spinoff, I know that it's happening, but it hasn't officially happened yet, has it? And also, they're not even going about trying to create a new identity for themselves. Same identity. They're holding on to the past. There's so much to that brand. You have to hold on to the past. Okay. You do you. This logo was clearly drawn by the daughter-in-law of some politico that they like over there at MSNBC. This isn't even refrigerator artwork worthy. It's not. Now, this isn't going on the front of the fridge. This is going on the side of the fridge. That's where this is going. And in 2 days, it's like, oh, it must have fallen off. Must have fallen behind the fridge. And then no one ever's ever going to see it again. Bad. Real bad. But just like the people at MS Now, it shows no vision and no creativity. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Scrolling all day. Clickbait everywhere. With the facts, they're harder to find.
WIBC didn't just report the story. They explained why it matters.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go.
I check the WIBC website every morning before I even open social media.
Online, on social, on air. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
You've got to stay in the know.
Stay informed. Now more than ever, we have information.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
I'm with Applied Innovation customer Lawrence Duttler, president of Sun Title, who has been an Applied Innovation customer for 20 years.
Well, to be honest, it was when it came to having copiers and scanners, there was really no other choice but to go to Applied. I mean, it was the service level, the people.
Then you discovered Applied Innovation also provided network support and security.
And when we found out, that was an easy decision to make. They've got a great team of folks that understand just overall computers, networks, that kind of thing.
How has Applied Applied Innovation benefited Sun Title for 2 decades.
You've got to be in the foxhole with somebody. Our business is about being tech-enabled. It's about servicing our clients. So their service to me as a client gives me the ability to serve our clients better.
Applied Innovation. Office technology made simple. Backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. Matt and Traffic on the Twitter X. What do you know?
Slowing down in the construction zone on the south side. Northbound 65 stop-and-go traffic after Keystone into the south split. And southbound 6570 also slow. Washington Street into the south split. Inbound 65 a little bit tight. 21st to West Street. And northbound 65 slows out of the north split to west. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now. Employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fisher.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Shop incredible end-of-summer savings at the Scandinavian Designs Labor Day sale. For a limited time, take up to 70% off select modern furniture and decor for every room in your home, including living room, bedroom, dining room, and more. This is the perfect opportunity to get your space prepped for the party season ahead. Stop by your local showroom today or shop online at ScandinavianDesigns.com. Scandinavian Designs. We make it simple, you make it home.
Guys, are you always tired and ready to do something about getting your energy back, but you don't have time? Now, Synergen X and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT.
Personalized to you and delivered straight to your door. Affordable treatment options at FixMyLowT.com.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Want in on special WIBC contests?
That is correct.
Join the Text Club. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393. Exclusive giveaways are just a text away.
So I got to figure out how to use that whole text thing, Producer Carl. I was supposed to figure it out over the weekend, and I didn't. So basically, if I understand everything right, people are going to be able to text in. They text WIBC 317-239-9393.
Yes.
And then you're going to be able to reach me while I'm doing the show, and you could reach Cameron and Nigel while they're doing their show, and you can reach Casey while she's doing her show. Rob Kendall refuses to read your texts. I have no idea if that's true or not. That's where we're at with this. But I have to learn how to use the system. Is that it?
It's pretty easy, Tony.
You say that, but I don't know if I agree with you. If it's easy, because right now I wouldn't even know how to sign in. So you got to walk me through the process, and then if I can figure it out, everybody else can do it. That's what you're saying. Right now, you just text WIBC to 317-239-9393, And then you text yes to confirm, and that's it. And then you can talk to the station. So there's that. And you should take advantage of that immediately, if not sooner. So we have Alligator Alcatraz, and then we have the Speedway Slammer, and now we have the Lone Star Lockup. That's Texas, boo. This is happening at Fort Bliss. It's going to be the largest federal immigration detention center in the country. This is, Fort Bliss is right there where Texas meets New Mexico meets Mexico. $1.2 billion Defense Department contract. It's going to hold 1,000 beds with a plan to expand to 5,000 beds by 2027. I'm telling you right now that America is in favor of this, and the only people who aren't are progressives. And in D.C., where you have this takeover of the city by the federal government because they can in D.C., one after another, people are talking about the city being better, the city being cleaner, the city being safer. It's only been days. And the people you're seeing opposed to this are white liberal women, older white people. You're not seeing how dare you from black residents, from poorer residents who can't afford to move out or do anything else. They want to see a place that's safe for them and their kids, for everyday life. And they're starting to see that. We said from the beginning, this is about setting up a model. What you see here is to be inspirational to red states that have blue cities. I happen to know one of those states, and so do you. We live here. You have seen the General Assembly discuss taking over law enforcement, safety and security in Indianapolis. And you see all these business owners, these civic leaders say, how dare you stay out of Indianapolis. They're wrong. Indianapolis is not safe enough, not good enough, not strong enough, because we have poor leadership. We've got a bad mayor. We have a bad prosecutor. It doesn't matter what someone says on social media. What, a couple of trolls like, you stay out of this, Tony. Ah, screw them. Reality is reality. It's not good enough. We're losing the fight. Well, Tony, crime is down. Let me say it again for the people in the cheap seats. We're losing the fight. Do you have any idea how good it can be if we actually had people in elected office who wanted it to be? Joe Hogsett doesn't know how. Came in, well, I've got the plan. I'm a former prosecutor. Oh, I'm the law and order guy. It's been 12 years, and people are discussing, you want to hear the single most insane rumor that has ever existed in the history of rumors? He might run again. This guy who has brought so much destruction to the city, this guy who is not a good representative of the city, this guy who allowed sexual impropriety happen under his watch, hired the guy back and engaged in it himself. This guy is thinking of running for a fourth term, and Indianapolis will vote for him. So there's an idea of you get what you deserve, except this is the capital. And we can't afford that. So I do favor listening and seeing what's happening and saying we can make it better here. I would favor a demand from the people. All the people east side, everywhere, who like, well, you're fine with this? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You're the problem. City is not in good shape. And the whole model of what's happening in D.C. is red states looking at blue cities and saying, we don't have to live with this garbage. And if you can prove it, and that's the whole thing, you got to actually show it in D.C., then other people might start emulating. And you think the residents who are suffering are going to care? No, they're going to be thrilled. But I'd like to see them show up to vote for the other guy. That'd be a nice first step. Matt Bear has traffic.
Northbound 65 on the northwest side has stopped at 71st Street to 86th Street. And southbound 6570 slow through the construction north split to the south split. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
So do you have more than $200,000 saved for retirement? You could put that money in the stock market, but you have no idea what will happen with it. Or you could make a smarter move and get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years.
All right, here's the math. If you invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. Now that's $240,000. That $240,000 could earn 10% or $24,000 in the first year. So by year end, your original $200,000 could grow to $264,000. Get all the details by calling Bill Demery, your retirement guy, 317-648-5120. We trust Bill, and you can too. 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120.
Do you suffer from sore feet, back, knee, or hip pain? The Good Feet Arch Support System has helped many people find relief, like Tim.
I'm always telling my colleagues who have sore feet, this is the greatest thing. I'll even take my shoe off and show them. And I believe in the product so much. When you have something that works, you kind of want to share it with people. It worked for me, maybe it can work for you.
Or do you wake up at night with heel pain, like Crystal?
I would wake up in the middle of the night with all kinds of pain in my heels and in my arch. So I went to the Good Feet store, and ever since then, I've been pain-free. I wear them every day. I wear them when I walk, at the gym, when I work. They're great.
Get back to walking, working, and exercising, and imagine a life without pain. No shots, no surgery, no medication. You've got nothing to lose but your pain. Stop into the Good Feet store today for a free fitting and test walk. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom-built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5, and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at joynerhomes.com.
Here for Hope Plumbing. Do gurgling pipes, the fear of a leak in your basement, or an AC unit that sounds like a lawnmower keep you up at night? Become a member at Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling and have the comfort of knowing you have a technician on call to bring total comfort to your home. For only $8 a month, you get up to a 10% discount on all plumbing and HVAC services, 1 annual free mainline snaking, 1 annual inspection, and so much more. Call Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling and become a member today.
Summer's not over yet. Shouldn't you be out on the water? Today is the day to get the boat you've been dreaming of. It's the 2025 Model Year Blowout Sale going on now, only at Just Add Water Boats. Save big on 2025 boats and wave runners from in-stock brands like Yamaha, Chaparral, Hurricane, Godfrey, Crest Pontoons, and more. Don't wait another year to get out on the water. Start making waves today at the 2025 Model Year Blowout Sale going on now at Just Add Water Boats. See the inventory now at justaddwaterboats.com.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, what Governor Braun is saying about redistricting and how much those efforts could cost you, why the Secret Service arrested a Hoosier woman last weekend, and how Notre Dame is getting ready for its opening day game on Labor Day weekend. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis at 7 o'clock.
Will the leaders of two countries at war finally meet? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
It's going to require both sides to receive, but also to give. In essence, one side's not going to get 100% here. Each side is going to have to make some concessions.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Fox after Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky had a White House meeting that was not contentious, like in February, and was joined by other European leaders days after President Trump's summit in Alaska with Russian leader Vladimir Putin.
Important discussions as we work to end the killing and stop the war in Ukraine. We're all working for the same goal, very simple goal. We want to stop the killing.
The next steps will be a bilateral meeting between Zelensky and Putin, followed by a trilateral meeting that includes President Trump. Now, the president immediately called Putin to begin setting that up. The deal that's emerging would likely require Ukraine to cede some land to Russia, and in exchange, Ukraine would get a commitment of protection from the U.S. and European allies. The Wall Street Journal is reporting this morning that Zelensky is open to the idea of what they're calling proportional land swaps with Russia.
Fox's Doug Luzader. North Korea's leaders angry over U.S. and South Korean military drills, warning they could ignite a war. Kim Jong-un also vowed to expand his nuclear arsenal. Hurricane Erin remains a Category 3 storm, and though it's forecast to move away from the U.S., Fox meteorologist Janice Dean tells us it's going to grow.
Even though the storm is not going to make landfall, it's so big, we're still going to feel tropical storm impacts, as well as strong rip currents, huge waves. It's going to be, really dangerous to go out in the water along the East Coast over the next few days.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean again. Flooding concerns have led to mandatory evacuation orders in North Carolina's Outer Banks. Air Canada getting ready to fly again after working out a tentative agreement to end a flight attendant strike that's grounded flights since Saturday. Air Canada hopes to resume service this evening. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why some Indiana leaders plan to hold talks with the Trump administration. Nothing on radar, 75 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 88. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. People are talking more about redrawing Indiana's voting maps, especially after Texas Democrats left the state to block a vote. Governor Mike Braun was asked Monday if he might call a special session to discuss it.
You'd have to make sure that most legislators want to do it. Caucus leaders are as well, and they think it is important enough to do it.
And Braun said a special session would cost you about $150,000.
The cost of it, that's going to be a lot to some people, and it won't be that much to others. So whether we get there or not, to me, is a bigger issue. And you can see that's going to be a somewhat drawn out.
And Republican lawmakers in Indiana's House and Senate say their caucuses have been invited to Washington, D.C. to meet with Trump administration to discuss redistricting. A Hoosier woman arrested on Saturday because she told Secret Service that she wanted to kill President Trump.
She did come from New York to Washington, D.C., and she has been threatening and calling for the removal of the president, and even worse, as she got to D.C., her threats were on Facebook and Instagram.
U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro says the woman is from Lafayette. The threats criticized Trump's handling of COVID-19. Indiana State Police say they are increasing their efforts to catch people who drive stolen cars. This year in Indianapolis, they say they've recovered 336 cars. Their squad who catches these people driving cars is made up of 13 officers, 2 supervisors, and they've made 359 arrests and filed 764 criminal charges. Work along I-465 corridor continues on Tuesday. NDOT says that they will close the southbound ramp to I-69 and I-465 overnight Tuesday and Wednesday. Depth defines Notre Dame's defense, and coordinator Chris Ash says that's by design. Len Clark reports from South Bend.
Notre Dame is deep in all areas heading into the college football season, especially on defense, where new defensive coordinator Chris Ash wants depth to be a competitive advantage.
We're going to go open up the season in Miami. It's going to be hot and muggy down there, and the depth has to be to our advantage.
Ash went on to say on defense, it's all about matchup speed and finishing the fourth quarter, where depth will be a major factor. Len Clark, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Indianapolis Colts say they soon could have a decision on who their starting quarterback will be. Shane Steichen will speak to reporters this morning. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the Go and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
Northbound 65 crash at West 86th Street, blocking the left lane. Stop and go traffic back to 71st Street. South side crash, Meridian, south of Stop 11 Road. That's at Hill Valley. Northbound 65 slows Raymond Street up to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service. Is water damaging your home? Contact Indiana Foundation Service, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at the IndianaFoundationService.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We've got some showers and thunderstorms just off to the north and west of Indianapolis. We'll see some of those possible this morning. A bit of a break, and then more spotty showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon and evening. Still going to be hot and humid today. High temperatures in the upper 80s, near 90, but with the high humidity, those feels-like temperatures will once again be in the mid and even upper 90s at times. Tonight, the showers come to an end. Mainly cloudy, will fall to about 70. We're looking at less humid air for your Wednesday, partly to mostly cloudy. Highs only near 81, and we'll stay into the mid-80s through the rest of the week, which is right around normal for this time of year. And we'll look for dry conditions all the way as we head into the weekend.
That is Tara Hastings of Wish TV. Tara, thank you. We've got 73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:06.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Say about redistricting, because I was a no until I was a yes. I even should say no. I'm like, why are we doing it here? What is the possible win? What's the downfall? What could happen? It's Governor Gavin Newsom of California who turned me around. Texas does something, so your answer is retribution? Okay. So it's not about the state of Texas, it's about Democrats. I think Democrats should be put in their place. So I think Republicans should damn well do that. We'll get to it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. In that vein, though, I don't know if I'm the only person experiencing these calls, getting these things. And I have a lot to discuss with you, including the story out of the IBJ about Elevate Ventures and in breach, according to the IEDC, deemed in breach of lending language in all of its active loan agreements with the IEDC. Now, Elevate Ventures was the system set up to be able to invest in companies, get more companies to come to Indiana. As a concept, I am not in favor of the picking of winners and losers. As the idea of we should be attractive to business, we should go get it, I'm all in favor of it. And I don't think right now we're doing a good job of it at all. We're 8 months into the Braun administration, and I do not know where we're going about reaching out, grabbing things. I'm sorry, we lost Toyota to Kentucky. There's something to look at here. I don't know. I would have to look into the details to see whether or not Elevate Ventures, this investment arm, did something improper or is in breach of contract. My issue with Elevate Ventures was, as the reporting from Hannah News Service showed, they're taking this opportunity they're given by the state, by us, and now they want to say, hey, instead of paying the money back to the state, let's go build a second fund, and we'll take money from the private sector and we'll do more investing. That's not what I want, and I don't think that's the proper use of our money, and that should be stopped immediately. We should be asking ourselves how we go about attracting business, large and small. And I'm telling you that I don't think the IEDC, the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, right now is set up to do that. And I don't think Braun wants that. From our conversation right here on this air, I do not think that's what he wants. This idea we're going to focus on Main Street, I love Main Street. Doesn't mean you don't focus on the other things. You can do two things at once, and if you can't do two things at once, I don't know why anybody is running for office. So we'll get into this. I just can't. I don't have anything that shows me that Elevate Ventures did anything wrong with contracts. I'm just saying as a concept, I've got issues with them. But that's one of the stories. Has anybody else gotten a phone call from a group called Forward America? My phone will not stop with these automated messages from Forward America. I'm not even 100% sure what they're after. They might be after the redistricting or something else. There's no way to opt out if they just keep calling and keep calling. We might agree on subjects. I don't know the organization. I looked it up. I'm like, I don't know anybody here. For the record, Forward America, your system sucks. And you guys suck. And if I met one of you in front of your mother, I would tell you that you suck. The way to get your message across is not 9,000 phone calls from some automated nonsense with a voice that makes you want to punch yourself in the face and then no way to opt out. It's ridiculous. And if I'm the only one, okay, but I just don't think I am. So if you're experiencing the calls, would you let me know? I would appreciate it quite a bit. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. You need to get your power handled. And to get that power handled, you need to talk to Generator Supercenter. Talk to them today about getting a free estimate right now on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home. Generator Supercenter is the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. You can get a free estimate. They'll come to you, show you how everything's going to lay out, show you the options. You can go to them. Check out the showroom right there at 96 and 69. And you can see all the different options, all the different opportunities, and you'll know that when you pick a Generac automatic standby generator for your home, no matter what goes on, your family is safe. Your business is up and running. Because if the power kicks off, I don't know, there's ice on the power line or the grid goes down, whatever the case may be, you are covered. The power will go right back on, and you're back to living your life. Generator Supercenter. Talk to them today about their 24-hour monitoring, about their financing options. 317-827-0808. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter. 827-0808.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
You love the summer in Indy, so don't ruin it painting. Do what Judy did. She called Rhino Shield.
The house that Rhino Shield did for my husband and I, after having the house painted with kind of usual house paint, I was seeing cracks appearing about every 3 years and just wasn't very satisfied with that.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating specifically formulated for our unique climate.
I can't speak highly enough about the Rhino Shield crew. They also were great at working with me to get the exact right color because I was very particular.
Indy, you can get the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 10% off the regular price.
I would not hesitate to call Rhino Shield, and I am just thrilled to recommend Rhino Shield to my friends and neighbors and family.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino!
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Yeah, Tony, that's a crash on the northwest side, northbound 65, shy of 86. Left lane is closed, and we are slow back to 71st. Crash south side, Meridian. South of Stop 11 Road, that's at Hill Valley. Northbound 65 slow before Raymond Street into the south split because of road construction. And inbound 69 starting to slow, 106 down to 82nd Street. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
For nearly 100 years, Busey Wealth Management has helped families and businesses make smart financial decisions that stand the test of time. From personalized investment plans to tax strategies that work for you, we take a big picture approach, connecting you with the right experts to help protect what you've built and plan for what's next. Busey Wealth Management, here for every chapter of your financial story.
Shop incredible end-of-summer savings at the Scandinavian Designs Labor Day sale. For a limited time, take up to 70% off select modern furniture and decor for every room in your home, including living room, bedroom, dining room, and more. This is the perfect opportunity to get your space prepped for the party season ahead. Stop by your local showroom today or shop online at ScandinavianDesigns.com. Scandinavian Designs. We make it simple, you make it home.
Ready for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher Remodeling, Booher. Booher! I'm telling you, your house does not have to look like the way it looks, and you don't have to wait until you sell before you make your kitchen work for you. That's crazy. You're gonna upgrade your kitchen so somebody else can enjoy it? That's silly. Do it so you can enjoy it. You need more countertop space. Well, go get it. You need more cabinet space. Go get it. You want the pantry. Dear Lord, go get it with Booher. Booher. BooherRemodeling.com. Your kitchen, your bathroom, making that basement an actual part of the house. If it's in the four walls, Booher Remodeling is the only call. Their 2-year workmanship guarantee means you don't have to worry. Their 5-step design process means there are no worries. You know everything that's going to go on every step of the way. You created the design, they showed you how it's going to happen, and then the next thing you know, it happens exactly that way. No stress, no drama. What you have is a kitchen that works for you and your family. The space, the layout, the design, the colors, everything exactly as you wanted it, so you can enjoy it, not the people who buy your house next, although they will when the time comes to sell. talk to Boer Remodeling today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you and come see them August 23rd at West Fork Whiskey, one of our great sponsors from Hollywood to the Heartland. That's right. It is from Hollywood to the Heartland. Myself and Nick Searcy. It's going to be a fantastic night. And Boer Remodeling, a fantastic sponsor of the event. You want to come out and see them and talk to them yourself. So see them August 23rd, tickets.tonykatz.com, or go online and talk to them right now. Boer Remodeling, Booher, BoerRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's the story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn, because there is more. There's always more, guys. This is the reality. There is always so much more to the story. Now, I have got a ton of stuff. And certainly, we can discuss what it is we saw from the meeting between President Trump, President Zelensky, and these European leaders.
We're going to try and get a three-party meeting, maybe as soon as we can. And I have a feeling you and President Putin are going to work something out. Ultimately, this is a decision that can only be made by President Zelensky and by the people of Ukraine, working also together in agreement with President Putin.
I don't know if a deal is going to be made or not. I know that anybody who trusts the Russians is out of their head. And I'm not arguing that anybody here trusts the Russians. But our conversation of, I don't know what's going to happen, is a very far cry from the insanity of former Senator Claire McCaskill on MS, we don't know what their name is, because it's MSNBC. No, it's MS Now. It really should be MS Who. I had a couple other names, but I don't think. There are kids listening. Hey, have fun at school today. Just remember, ask your teacher a lot of questions, and also remember and never forget that communism sucks. Have a great day at school, kids. Senator Claire McCaskill, helping no one.
I don't think that Trump can lead this.
She should have just left it at I don't think. I'm going to have to grab this.
I don't think.
Right? That works, producer Carl? That's all right?
I don't think.
Oh, that's all in. Anyway, what does she not think?
I don't think that Trump can lead this meeting today without a realization that there's the thug and the despot and somebody who doesn't respect democracy or human rights versus all of our friends. I mean, when you are facing someone who has been as inappropriate as Trump was with Zelensky a few months ago, you bring your friends. You bring the democracies of the world. You bring the nations that have always been standing by us.
What did Trump do? If you're talking about the Oval Office dust-up between Trump and Zelensky, that's on Zelensky. Now, I made the argument I don't think Vance handled that well. It's one of the very few times he's missed. But Trump handled his part just fine. What are you talking about? No one, this is what is thought of as serious commentary amongst progressives. It's embarrassing already.
We have stood by each other. And the West respects democracies. They respect the rights of their citizens. And the idea that they're all there and it's Trump and Putin versus all of the good guys.
You now hear for yourself how lost the left is. The only reason this meeting took place is because Trump called it. And the only people who are going to be able to at least apply some pressure that matters is us. It clearly hasn't been Europe. But why would you say it? What's the win here? It's Trump and Putin versus the good guys. What made you say that? because there is total dishonesty from the political left. Nobody rationally says that. They say, okay, what is Trump trying to get accomplished? What are these other leaders trying to get accomplished? Can they get it done? Why would you say that Trump is on the side of Putin? There is no basis for it except your own small-minded hate. And this is the kind of thing that you feed an audience. How do you expect them to know any better? You know, it goes back to the Christopher Hitchens argument where he discusses the fact that people in North Korea think that Kim Jong-un is God. And he was talking to somebody, and that person who, of course, was talking about Jesus. It was like, well, of course, that's wrong, this person said. And Christopher Hitchens said, well, tell that to the North Koreans. His point being is that if this is all you ever heard, how would you know anything else? And there is an audience that only hears Trump is on the side of Putin, and that's very obviously not the case. It's not the case. It's the same talking point from 2016 that has no value. And the more we hear about Russia, and how the Obama administration worked to engage this damage of the Trump administration and we the people. This is about what the government did to you. Look at what they did to you. Look at how they lied to you. Look at how they tried to thwart you from having your duly elected president and that presidency. This is all they do. This is all they've got. And it's truly ugly. The rational mind would say, hey, so this meeting took place, the world leaders showed up, maybe they're going to have this trilateral meeting. Macron says the Europeans want in on this meeting. Let's see. Is this going to lead us in the right direction? Now let's see what's next. What came from this meeting? What came from this meeting is the willingness to get Ukraine to start accepting the idea that they're going to have to give up land. That is a major move. That's what the rational mind says. The irrational mind is on MSNBC. And there's sadly an audience for this. It might be smaller, it might be dwindling, but it's as hardcore as ever and as wrong as ever. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, northbound 65 stop and go traffic after Keystone Avenue into the south split. And on the northwest side, northbound 65, a crash at 86 blocking the left lane, slowing us down to 71st. And then inbound 69 on a 5-minute delay, 116th Street, 282nd crash, south side, stop 11 Road at South Meridian Street. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show. Jeff Boggs, former Letterman writer, will join us in studio, and he's going to help us give away tickets to see Luke Bryan in concert. Let's go!
The storms that have been coming through could be creating major damage for your roof, and you don't know it. And you could have a small leak right now. That's not a problem right now, but it will be if you don't get it taken care of. Small leaks turn into major repair jobs, which means major money for you. How about you get a little proactive and you call Moss Roofing right now? Family owned, right here in central Indiana for over 30 years. Moss Roofing gives you something very hard to find these days: honest work and peace of mind. Moss Roofing, just like they did for me just a little while ago, they offer free inspections, a real thorough checkup of your roof, your siding, your gutters, your windows, and if there's storm damage, any kind of damage, they're going to show you. They'll show you the photos, show you what's happening, explain it all to you clearly, and they can get that repair done, and they will even work with your insurance company for you. No stress, no pressure, just real professionals doing the job right. Protect your home. Avoid bigger problems later. Moss Roofing, talk to them today. 317-747-3665. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Discussing end-of-life matters can be uncomfortable, but it's also necessary to ensure that loved ones' wishes are well known ahead of time. This is Tina McIntosh, president of Joy's House and co-host of the Caregiver Crossing radio program. Up next, I'll share suggestions to help ease anxiety surrounding the talk.
Cardon & Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Visit cardon.us to find a community near you.
Direct, open, and honest conversation is the best way to discuss end-of-life wishes. Knowing your loved one's preferred treatments and desired arrangements will ready everyone for when the time comes. Also helpful, creating a will or trust to ensure assets are distributed accordingly. And consider an end-of-life doula to assist your family during the process. More tips like this are available anytime at caregivercrossingradio.org. With new weekly content created by Joy's House and distributed in partnership with Network Indiana, we're an on-air and online support group for Hoosier family caregivers. Hear conversations with experts, access the library of online education, and more at caregivercrossingradio.org.
Hey, this is Rob. Former mayor of Indianapolis, Greg Ballard, will be here. He's got a new book out, Can a Republican Still Win in Indy? We'll talk about it Tuesday, 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
World leaders react to President Trump's attempts to end the war in Europe. Nothing on radar, 75 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 88. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31.
Something has changed thanks to you. Thanks also to the stalling in the battlefield, which was achieved with the bravery of Ukrainians and with the unity that we all provided to Ukraine.
That's Italy's prime minister speaking at the White House Monday while President Trump met with Ukraine's President Zelensky.
Of leaders during trilateral meeting, and President Trump will try to organize such meeting, and he said that he will come or not come. Ukraine will be happy if you will participate.
Want me there, I will be there.
And President Trump says he hopes to bring Ukraine's president and Russia's president together in the same room soon. The strike at Canada's largest airline appears to be over.
The tentative agreement between Air Canada and the union representing its flight attendants coming on day 4 of the strike, which upended travel for an estimated 500,000 passengers. And after flight attendants defied 2 return-to-work orders from an industrial relations board which ruled the strike unlawful, the union says the airline will now pay for work done while planes are on the ground, such as boarding passengers. That was one of the major issues which drove the strike. Air Canada says wages would rise by 8% the first year, and that flights are slated to resume this evening, but return to full regular service could take more than a week. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
On Monday, a California woman agreed to plead guilty to 5 federal drug charges, including distributing ketamine that caused death or serious injury. She is accused of providing the ketamine that led to the death of Friends actor Matthew Perry in October of 23, sometimes called California's ketamine queen. She will face the charges in court. The Indiana National Guard will not join street patrols in Washington, D.C. for now, after President Trump took control of the city's police force. Meanwhile, several Republican-led states are sending their National Guard troops to the district to assist with crime-fighting efforts.
We're cooperating with ICE here on the worst first. In this case, 6 years living there, I think most people ought to be concerned. There were several congressmen that got, carjacked.
That's Governor Mike Brown speaking at the State House to reporters on Monday. The Powerball jackpot is up over $600 million There will be another game on Wednesday. The one-time payout is over $250,000. And gas prices in the Hoosier State, specifically Indianapolis, about $3.15 a gallon this morning, says Gas Buddy. And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Colts are still deciding between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson for their starting quarterback job. Offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter says they're watching both players closely as they develop.
Every practice, every walkthrough, every game, there's an opportunity to sort of work through all that stuff at the quarterback position. Hearing the play, calling the play, operating at the line of scrimmage. They got motions, they got protection changes, they got all sorts of stuff that goes on.
That's head coach Shane Steichen will have the final say, and that choice is expected soon. He's going to meet with reporters this morning. The Colts wrap up their preseason in Cincinnati on Saturday at 1. The Indiana Fever play again Friday against the Minnesota Lynx. There's no word on when Caitlin Clark will be back or the results of Sophie Cunningham's knee injury she suffered on Sunday. And the Cincinnati Reds beat the Anaheim Angels last night 4-1. Brady Singer picked up his 11th win of the year.
Being right in it in this wild card race, it's a blast, and the guys have been tremendous. We're not overhyped or underhyped. We're just going out there and doing the best we can, and just try to stay in all these ball games. And it's been so much fun to watch these teams the past few weeks.
And the Reds are on a 2-game winning streak. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
It's Pike Township right now, northbound 65 before 86th Street crash, blocking the left lane, slowing us down to West 71st Street. And on the south side, crash South Meridian, south of Stop 11 Road. That's at Hill Valley. South side, northbound 65, stop and go after Keystone Avenue into the south split. Westbound 70, slow into the north split. Over to Meridian Street Penn, and southbound 6570 dragging through the construction, north split down to the south split. East side, northbound 465 stop and go traffic after 70 up to East 56th Street, and inbound 69 on a 9-minute delay from 116th Street down to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust local, trust employee owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Have you tried Wings Etc's new ranch fire sauce? House-made ranch with a fiery kiss of fresh ground habanero peppers and garlic. New ranch fire on our hand-breaded chicken sandwich? Big flavor. On a jalapeno bacon burger? Big flavor. On anything, wings, fries, pretzel bites? Big flavor. When you want to dance with spicy ranch, come to the folks who've been flying the big flavor flag since 1994. Wings Etc. We got your big flavor right here. Visit wingsetc.com.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, forget it, guys. We don't need this stuff anymore. We're opening a bar. Or in our case, Matt, it will be a restaurant where you can also enjoy food and a lovely non-alcoholic beverage.
I'll be the host.
I love it. 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 Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. Clearing my head, I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff, all the stuff on the Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it. No, seriously, it's yours. It's not free. You earned it. It's waiting for you with the Attorney General. IndianaUnclaimed.gov, IndianaUnclaimed.gov, or text my name, Tony, to 46220, 46220, and get your cash, IndianaUnclaimed.gov. So I find all sorts of things on the marketplace all the time. This is interesting. This is a bar restaurant for sale. It is 1 mile from the new Justice Center. Matt Bear, where would the new Justice Center be?
I believe that's Southeastern Avenue, Tony.
Okay. All right. Is that what you believe?
Yeah. I'm looking at it.
You're not just saying that, are you?
I'm just saying that here at the moment. Community Justice Center is off the Cultural Trail north of Prospect Street. So, yeah, right around Southeastern in that area.
Okay. Fantastic. This is a restaurant that is in that area. It was called, where's the name? The name was right here. Hold on. The Odd Spot. You ever heard of the Odd Spot?
No, I have not. It's a
did
cool
wings,
building.
Catfish, tenderloin, pizza, and Manhattans.
Oh, I love a Manhattan. Those are so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Do we know what we're talking about here?
You're talking now. I was thinking the Manhattan, the sandwich, where you have two pieces of bread and it's covered with gravy. But there's also a drink.
We're about to have a very interesting conversation.
You're talking about the Manhattan with grenadine.
Yes, there is a Manhattan sandwich, and good for you.
Yeah.
And it's right. It's served open face.
Oh, okay. So you are talking about the sandwich and not the grenadine.
No, well, I was thinking it was the sandwich, but I think a Manhattan is a Manhattan like a Reuben?
No, it's not a Reuben. Because, the only thing I know about a Reuben is Shapiro's, which makes a damn fine Reuben. And
yes.
I was thinking it's like two pieces of toast and you have the meat in the middle and it's just covered in gravy.
Yes. So we're going to investigate this because right now I'm totally blanking on what this is. But neither here nor there. They are for sale. And according to the listing, fantastic opportunity for an investor or owner occupant in downtown Indianapolis, less than 1 mile from the new Justice Center, completely renovated in 2023. 2,500 square foot turnkey restaurant is everything you need to open your restaurant or cafe. Includes the real estate, liquor license, all restaurant equipment, hoods, fryers, walk-in cooler, prep station, grill, tables, chairs, and more. It's got the signage, the 15 parking spaces, additional street parking nearby, additional parking area available for purchase. Matt Bear, it is a turnkey restaurant. It looks very, very pretty. And they're asking $525,000.
I'm in. I'm going to tell you why I'm in. Yes, 100%. I'm buying this. And first off, it's near the Community Justice Center. So when I get out of jail, I want a drink and I want a good meal. So you're going to be only a mile away from this. So you're going to get all the cons like me. And we're going to be leaving and getting out of jail. We're going to be hungry. We're going to be thirsty.
Hold on.
That's going to be the first place we go.
The cons like you?
Yeah. Well, I'm doing alternate timeline here. It's an alternate reality, like you see a show and like the Nazis won instead of the Allied powers. Like the alternate timeline.
What were you in for, man? What did they get you for?
Carjack, and no, not carjacking. What's something better? Not as insidious. Let's say hot wiring a car. Grand Theft Auto.
So Grand Theft Auto, but not carjacking.
No,
because
I'm not
Grand
violent.
Theft Auto is better.
Yes, of course. Well, you're not making anybody leave the car. So yeah, stealing the car while it's not moving is better than stealing the car while it's moving. Because it's not violent.
I got you.
It's a great point.
And this is where you would go after you were sprung.
I would go have myself a Manhattan sandwich and, alternate timeline. Say I was a drinker, I would go have myself a beer Manhattan sandwich. That's what I would.
Right.
Get myself an IPA.
It's got parking and a liquor license. I don't even know what we're wasting time on. I think this is a yes. Somebody let me know if we're going into the restaurant business together. It's right here. The listing, it will be available at WIBC.com. Check it out for yourself. We're honestly, and one of the sandwiches is going to be the Matt Bear.
Oh,
it's going to be the Matt Bear. And you know what it's going to be?
What's
bowl
that?
of oatmeal. No,
it'd be
12 bowls of oatmeal. That's the Matt Bear.
You get a bowl of oatmeal, and the side is an oatmeal cookie.
I listen to this show for dipping.
Dip the oatmeal cookie in the bowl of oatmeal. This is genius. Genius.
So I've been told. So I have been told. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Your next car, your next truck, it's at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, where all the deals are, and there are a lot of deals. How about no car payments for 3 months. How about a new Ford F-150 Super Crew or a Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months, saving $15,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 F-150 or Expedition? Guys, Andy Moore Ford has been incredible to me. I have been working with them now for years. I have purchased used vehicles and new vehicles from Andy Moore Ford, and the service has been superior, not only in the purchase, but in the service. How they'll come pick up your vehicle, take care of it, and bring it back to you. How they explain what's going on. When I had the Bronco, remember I picked up the big Ford Bronco from the auction? It was Andy Moore Ford that got that thing in pure running condition. They came and they picked it up and took care of it. Andy Moore Ford. So no matter your Ford vehicle or any vehicle, Andy Moore Ford has got you covered. But the deals on your next car or truck, they are there, just waiting for you. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at Andy Moore Ford. That's M-O-H-R. AndyMooreFord.com.
Want to be part of the conversation without waiting on hold?
We're sorry. All of our representatives are still assisting other customers.
Join the Text Club. Direct access to your favorite WIBC show. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's up?
West Side just coming in, crash Rockville Road at High School Road. Also, crash cleanup continues south of Meridian, south of Stop 11 Road at Hill Valley Drive. Northbound 65 northwest side stop and go traffic 71st past 86 because of a crash blocking the left lane. Inbound 69 9-minute delay 116th Street 282nd. Northbound 465 on the east side stop and go before Penn Pike up to East 56. Westbound 70 slow through the north split down to Meridian Street. Northbound 65 stop and go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. And then eastbound 70 slows from West Street into the south split. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Heard about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation? Your neighbor Chip did.
I'm a real car guy, and I have a garage that I got tired of fighting the epoxy fight. Finally, I saw something on Facebook, and I got interested in Galaxy. Looked like a real good solution to me.
Home or business, Galaxy's got you covered.
My house is on a post-tension slab. It can get cracked. So what these guys did was they came in and they grooved out all those little cracks, and now it's one complete lovely surface, very pleasant on the eyes.
Transforms pools, patios, garage floors, driveways, and more. And Galaxy Concrete Coatings comes with a lifetime warranty.
You can just tell by looking at it, it's going to be impervious to anything I can throw at it for as long as I can imagine. And I haven't looked back since. I love it.
Click on Galaxy Concrete Coatings today. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings, we are out of this world.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
So on the redistricting. I am a yes. And you might ask why. I'll explain. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Redistricting is a political process, and that's what Texas decided to engage in. Like it or not like it, that's fine. It's for the state of Texas to deal with and decide. They were going to engage a mid-decade redistricting. It's rare, but it happens. Redistricting happens after the census, and things are apportioned. And it's like, okay, you have this many seats in your state because people move and things change, and now you have to you redraw the lines. And we know the lines are pretty messed up. We don't say no. We're not going to pretend that none of this is happening. It's absolutely happening. And that's that. Well, Texas said they were going to do a mid-decade redistricting. The left, as we often discuss, always overplays their hand. Always, 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 always. And they did so in this case. What Texas is doing is criminal, and this, that. No, it's not. Well within the law. Nobody's violating the law, except, of course, for Texas Democrats who ran away to Illinois. They decided that this was something they could really get into and glom onto. This was something that they could, rally people around. I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. You could have just been quiet about it. You could have just, let Texas do whatever, and then you could have made moves. But no, you decided to have this ridiculous fight, and then you decided to cheer on these ridiculous-looking Democrats and do press conferences with them. And then Democrats, as they do, always overplaying their hands. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, said, we're going to redistrict, and we're going to draw out 5 Republicans. We're going to get rid of their seats. At that moment, things changed. I didn't say you liked what Texas was doing. But that is up to the people of Texas to decide, not you. Texans could have decided to vote out their local legislators. They could have decided to keep them. It's up to Texas. But when Gavin Newsom says, we are going to engage in an act of retribution for what a state is doing, not allow those voters to decide, will decide by getting rid of 5 Republican seats. Well, okay, now it is what it is, and what it is a fight. Gavin Newsom wants Democrats, and Democrats are in on this, to engage in retribution for what Texas is doing, as opposed to allowing Texas to decide what it's doing. So now they want retribution, and they want to draw out Republicans. Now, as I said, redistricting is a political process. Democrats play politics all the time, on everything, everywhere. We talked about this, and I had a good reminder yesterday. If you take a look at Senate confirmations of judicial nominees by Trump, you can go through Obama, you could go through Clinton, you could go through Biden on the numbers of unanimous consents on nominees. For Trump, it's 0. You want to talk about playing politics? Just stringing things along? You want to talk about how they engage lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit to try and keep the president from being able to do his job? That's politics every single day. What Texas is doing is their politics. What Gavin Newsom is doing is retribution. And so the answer is, okay, we'll redistrict. I started by saying we were already 7 of 9 Republican seats in Indiana. I don't know if we can even get the other 2. And we should be clear. What if you don't win? There is real politics at play here, and there's a downside. But I would state to the Republican Party of Indiana as clear as day, to be opposed to redistricting, you're just wrong. And yes, Mitch Daniels is wrong. He's wrong. And there are members of the General Assembly who said, we're not going to do this. You are not thinking clearly at all. I can appreciate that you don't want pressure from a Charlie Kirk type. And Charlie has not helped at all. Zero help there. I'm asking you to take a look at the situation the way it is. Not from somebody who may want some more clicks or social media influence. And he's got enough clicks. He's doing just fine. The state of California has said, we are going to engage full retribution for something Texas is doing. If Indiana Republicans are willing to accept this Democrat retribution by drawing out 5 Republican seats, I think the Indiana Republicans are wrong. I think they're out of their mind. I think Hoosiers would be mad to simply stand by and accept this. This isn't the state of California doing what the state of California wants. It is them admitting they're engaging in retribution. And we should not allow such things. So yes, call the special session and let's see if we're going to be doing redistricting or not. No, property taxes are not the subject here, no matter how infuriated you are by them, and I'm with you. Call the special session. Let's see what we do. Matt Barris, traffic.
Pike Township northbound 65, crash at 86. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Guys, are you always tired and ready to do something about getting your energy back, but you just don't have the time? Now Synergen X and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT, personalized to you and delivered straight to your door. Getting started is quick and easy. Drop into one of their centers for a quick test and get set up on the program. Save even more time with their new mobile app. It's like being at the provider's office without the hassle. Affordable treatment options available. Don't wait. Book now at fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com.
Remember, guys, if you're always tired and ready to do something about getting your energy back, but you just don't have the time, Synergen X and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT, personalized to you and delivered straight to your door. Affordable treatment options, always tailored to you. Book now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
Denny Smith for Zero Res, and Zero Res is celebrating Pet Appreciation Month with something kind of nice for pet parents. Get 3 rooms Zero Resified for $129. Get 15% off pet odor treatments and $50 off air duct cleaning too. Look, pets have accidents, sometimes big ones, messy ones, the ones that make you gag a little when you're trying to clean up. And if you're thinking it's just dogs, cats can absolutely mistake carpets for a litter box. Vacuuming is just not going to fix that. Zero Res can clean virtually any surface in your home. And remember, Zero Res's patented ZR water cleans with no soaps, no residue, no harsh chemicals. And it's clean, safe, and effective, and that's why they have a 4.9 rating on Google with over 5,000 reviews. Just call Zero Res, mention WIBC, you'll get 3 rooms clean for $129, get 15% off pet odor treatments, and $50 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141, ZeroResIndy.com.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-557-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
It's the strongest hearts that remind us to cherish the moments. It's the grandmas who made us sit up straighter, the grandpas who showed us old records, and the parents who were embarrassingly loud at our games. It's those hearts that are anything but ordinary. Caring for extraordinary hearts for decades, Franciscan Health knows heart care is more than just a name on a chart. It's somebody who shaped your whole life. Heal your heart today at franciscanhealth.org/heartcare.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to JoynerHomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit JoynerHomes.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, what Governor Braun wants you to know about redrawing voting maps, why the Secret Service arrested a Hoosier woman, and a media sale involving multiple TV stations in Indianapolis after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis on a Tuesday morning. It's 8 o'clock.
We're about to hear from President Trump. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. He's going to go on Fox and Friends the morning after big White House meetings trying to end Russia's war in Ukraine.
I believe you have two willing parties, and usually that's good news, but two willing parties that want to make a deal.
The president met with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky and European leaders days after the summit with Russian leader Vladimir Putin in Alaska. He also posted on Truth Social.
I called President Putin and began the arrangements for a meeting at a location to be determined between President Putin and President Zelensky. After that meeting takes place, we will have a trilat, which would be the two presidents plus myself. So we're told this potential meeting could take place in the next 1 to 2 weeks.
That's Fox's Alexandria Hoff at the White House.
European leaders who were here yesterday, they also agreed to offer troops to station in Ukraine similar to NATO peacekeepers if Russia and Ukraine agree to end the war, which the Trump administration has long felt will require a degree of fair land swaps.
We're still waiting for Israel's response to reports Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire proposed by mediators. Meanwhile, more aid on its way to Gaza. 1,200 tons of food and supplies on a ship from Cyprus.
The situation in Gaza is beyond dire, warns the Cypriot foreign minister. Humanitarian groups say the Palestinian territory is sliding into famine. The Israeli government dismisses these claims as lies promoted by Hamas. But the UN says starvation and malnutrition levels in Gaza are at their highest since the war began.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Air Canada is getting ready to fly again tonight. The strike that grounded flights is over.
The tentative agreement between Air Canada and the union representing its flight attendants coming on day 4 of the strike, which upended travel for an estimated 500,000 passengers. And after flight attendants defied 2 return-to-work orders from an industrial relations board, which ruled the strike unlawful.
Fox's Lillian Wu. Partial win for the Trump administration. A federal judge has dismissed a portion of a lawsuit against the illegal immigration detention center in Florida Alligator Alcatraz. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
The cost to you to redraw Indiana's voting maps. Nothing on radar. 75 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 88. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:02.
I think that cost is estimated to be around maybe $150,000, give or take. I think here you'd have to make sure that most legislators want to do it.
That's Governor Mike Braun speaking to reporters at the State House Monday about potentially calling a special session to discuss redistricting and its costs.
I think if this were in reverse at the national level, not maybe the state level, there would be no hesitation. I think most of the blue states have been gerrymandered to a point where you can't do it much more.
And he added,
I think when it comes to all of this, the climate's hot across the country. And here, whether it goes through or not, we'll see. Yes, there will be political pressure put on, and it will be cranked up.
Republican members of Indiana's House and Senate have also confirmed their caucuses have been invited to Washington, D.C. to speak with members of Trump's administration about redistricting. An Indiana woman arrested and charged with threatening to kill President Trump.
I just wanted to let you know here from the United States Attorney's Office in D.C. that an individual by the name of Nathalie Rose Jones is now in custody.
That's U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro announcing the arrest of the 50-year-old Lafayette woman. Pirro said Jones was traveling from New York to D.C., plotting to take the life of the President of the United States, making her threats to Facebook and Instagram. The U.S. Secret Service is now investigating the case. Pirro added that Jones will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Nexstar Media Group, owner of Fox 59, has agreed to buy Tegna, owner of WTHR, for $6.2 billion. Tegna's board has approved the deal, and its debt will be handled at closing. The merger, which was financed by Wall Street banks, is seen as a test of whether the FCC will loosen local TV ownership rules. If completed, Nexstar would own 265 stations in 44 states, including Washington, D.C. Fernando Mendoza will likely be the man under center for the Indiana football team. Head coach Curt Cignetti.
Big guy that's very mobile, got a quick whip, got good velocity on the ball, can really drive it. He's done a nice job of learning the offense. Still not perfect, but nobody out there is.
And Mendoza transferred from Cal during this offseason. The Hoosiers take on Old Dominion to kick off the college football season in a little more than a week. And the Indianapolis Colts still deciding who their starting quarterback will be. Shane Steichen will meet with the media here in a couple of hours, and he might have a decision then. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the fives. Here's Matt Baer.
Northwest side crash, northbound 65 at 86th Street. Left lane is blocked. Traffic is slow back to 71st. Inbound 69, 8-minute delay. That's an 8-minute delay from 116th Street to 82nd. South side, northbound 65 slows from Southport Road to 465 because of construction. And then up and go traffic from Keystone Avenue into the South Split for a 9-minute delay. Crash on the west side, Rockville Road at High School Road. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, which TV meteorologist? What do we know?
Hey, good morning. We've got some spotty showers and thunderstorms across parts of the state. At any point in time today, we could see some spotty showers and storms. Maybe one or two of those could contain some gusty winds and heavy rainfall. Otherwise, it's going to still be hot and humid, and this is the last really intense hot and humid day that we're going to see. Pattern change coming through. Highs around 89, feels like temp into the mid. Oh, I get a round of applause? Thank you.
Oh, the no humidity gets a round of applause. Oh, it's too late, Carl. You should have been with me. You're just Johnny come lately is not a good look on you. I was just applauding the end of humidity. This has been a crap summer.
Mm-hmm.
Hot we can all deal with.
100%.
Humid is gross and obscene.
Yep.
It's like watching Scott Sander in a hot tub. It's not what anybody wants.
I get it.
By the way, it's not every day I go right at Scott.
Oh, no. That was a little surprising.
I know. Keep them guessing. That's what I say.
Wow. Can't get that out of my mind right now.
No, who can? You should see his OnlyFans page.
Ooh. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'll tell you this. Through the rest of the week, humidity values drop. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s. And then over the weekend, another cold front moves through, brings even cooler and less humid air in. How about highs in the 70s? You like that?
I'll live with that.
Well, good. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Sunday into Monday. So there you go.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Enjoy it.
I will. I don't know. Why am I mad at her? She didn't do anything wrong. It's a great forecast. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tara
You're
Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Appreciate you. 73 degrees. I had to go. I had to let Tara go. We have a show to do. 73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:08.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Yeah, this is big. Interesting way to start the day. The press release out that Nexstar is buying Tegna. I'm going to try and explain to everybody exactly how big this is. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. In the local, Nexstar is Fox 59. Tegna is WTHR. Fox 59, CBS 4 just bought WTHR. That's how big this is. It is a $6.2 billion deal. Nexstar, man, they're bigger than Sinclair now, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is huge. This is a gigantic deal. This absolutely is going to have an effect on local markets because there's going to be a question about ownership. Now, in the ownership conversation, there are rules and regulations about how many stations or how many places a company can own in certain spaces. As a radio cluster, I would love to hear... I'll get to why. I'd love to hear what Alfred Liggins. That happens all the time. There is a thought that this FCC is, and there have been a lot of conversations about changing ownership rules, might not force a sale of certain things. Because if that is forced and you're now Nexstar in Indianapolis, you own Fox 59, you own CBS 4, and now you own THR, you might not be allowed to own all three. And one would assume that the odd man out in that triumvirate is CBS 4. But there's no saying at this moment whether or not that's going to take place, whether or not they're going to have to divest themselves of any stations. But you understand the level of power in that, right? First, we all have to start with a basic understanding and admission. For everything of new media and everything of video, television did not go away. And local TV did not go away. Certainly local radio did not go away. I think we're more potent and important than ever. I mean, your advertising dollar is well spent right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now that if you're going to spend an advertising dollar, if it's not on radio, you might as well be a communist. I see. I thought that was not bad. Not bad for the station. These things did not go away. They're still there. There is still money to be made. I'm telling you that Nexstar is not doing this for their health. But it is clear that Nexstar has made the decision we are going to be the local news people. And then everything feeds into News Nation, which is their cable news product. This is very large. This deal is massive. And how it's going to affect local areas is key. Indianapolis is affected by this move. The question is there going to be any level of forced divestment? Are there going to be any stations for sale? Now, let's say CBS was for sale. Well, as Matt Baer points out, you mean the home of the Colts? Would you sell that? So that's certainly something to consider. Now your Wish TV, formerly was CBS. You're the local product. Do you now go back and get yourself a relationship with a network? And what does that cost you? And is that better for you? Which I think the argument is absolutely. So this is not one of those deals, guys, where it exists above the fray. Like, wow, one company bought another company. It has no effect on me. Horse. What is the word I'm looking for? Crap. That's it. this has an effect on all of us. Pay very close attention to what this deal means and whether or not there's divestment. And if there's not, you understand that you now have 3 stations, all coming out of the same hymnal. Worth noting, worth paying attention to. This is giant. Keep it here. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service.
Really?
Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/22/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of 1 unlimited intro line apply via 12 monthly internet bill credits. 1 discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data in service areas. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence 2H24.
People think slavery ended long ago. But what if I told you it's worse than ever? Human trafficking is an epidemic, stealing lives in plain sight. Into the darkness, God raised up Project Rescue, bringing light, healing, and hope. Every year, Life Church partners with the Lucas family to host the Hope Starts Here breakfast for business partners with the gift of giving who want to make a difference. Join us Thursday, September 18th at Lucas Estates and see what happens when Hoosiers stand united against evil. Learn more at lifechurchin.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Barrett, what's happening?
7-minute delay on inbound 69 116th Street, 282nd, and northwest side crash cleanup has finished, and we are now clear. Northbound 65 at 82nd Street, still slow before and after 71st, but we're starting to clear out there. Northbound 465, stop and go, 79th up to 865. Southside construction, northbound 65 slows after Southport Road to 465, then stop and go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. The latter is a 9-minute delay. And southbound 65 70 slows from the north split down to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard the Staples Easy button is back with even more easy present for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Hey, it's Matt Bear for Trajan Wealth. Preparing for the future means having a solid plan and making smart investments. It's understanding the short game while playing the long game, and the clock is ticking. We need to use this time to plan. We need to make that plan. That's where my friends at Trajan Wealth come in. Trajan Wealth is hosting a movie event that speaks to important retirement planning strategies. Retirement on the Brink, that's what it's called, is their eye-opening documentary revealing the risks that could derail your financial future. One night only, September 25th, 6 p.m., Flicks Brewhouse in Carmel. Reserve your VIP seat at retirementonthebrink.com or give Trajan Wealth a call at 670-0366 to get on the list for this exclusive event. Go to retirementonthebrink.com to reserve your VIP seat now or call today to learn more. 800-670-0366. 800-670-0366. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Have you tried Wings Etc's new ranch fire sauce? House-made ranch with a fiery kiss of fresh ground habanero peppers and garlic. New ranch fire on our hand-breaded chicken sandwich? Big flavor. On a jalapeno bacon burger? Big flavor. On anything, wings, fries, pretzel bites? Big flavor. When you want to dance with spicy ranch, come to the folks who've been flying the big flavor flag since 1994. Wings Etc. We got your big flavor right here. Visit wingsetc.com.
The American people have already given over $300 billion to Ukraine to support its economy, to support its war efforts. You know, we are now have this mechanism that I'm helping coordinate where American arms and ammunition are being sold to our European NATO allies, plus Canada, and those are being provided to Ukraine. And we've so far we've completed billions of dollars of those transactions. It does not make America any less strategically strong, but it does help Ukraine defend itself. And so that was an important step. I think that's one of the reasons that Vladimir Putin's at the table. You know, the security guarantees, those were the topic yesterday, what each country was willing to do and provide. Certainly European troops in Ukraine, ultimately after the war ends and we have a peace deal, is on the table. President Trump has said that the United States will be part of that coalition, but at the same time, he has not committed to American troops.
But he did hint to it, Ambassador Whitaker. That's who was speaking there, Matt Whitaker, the U.S. ambassador to NATO. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Not yet an ambassador, but the day is not over. I like Whitaker quite a bit. The president did hint at it yesterday in the Oval Office meeting with Zelensky. When asked, would U.S. troops be part of a peacekeeping force, he said, well, that's the conversation we're going to have next, meaning with these world leaders, Macron of France, Meloni of Italy, Starmer of the U.K. The Finns were there. People are like, why in the world is the president of Finland, Alexander Stubbs is his name, why is he here? And he even addressed this. Like, he's like, I'm here because we share 800 miles of border with the Russians, and maybe, just maybe, I know a thing or two about these people. You also have to remember that Finland, for forever, Scandinavian nations had no interest in being a part of NATO. They didn't want to anger the bear. They literally didn't want to poke the bear. Then they saw how Biden was inept. Realized that if they were going to be safe, they couldn't just rely on the United States, because what happens when we vote wrong? And then they joined NATO. I mean, that is what happened. So with that, I only say to you that it is possible that American troops could end up being part of a peacekeeping force. I'm not sold on that it's definitively going to happen. What clearly came out of the meeting yesterday was this idea of there's a willingness to give up land by Ukraine. And once that takes place, once that's happening, then all bets are off. Now we can have a conversation regarding what is possible, because it shows real movement on the side of Ukraine. It does. And to the meeting that took place after the meeting with Zelensky, Prime Minister Maloney.
Well, thank you very much, Donald, Mr. President, for hosting us today in this important meeting.
Donald.
And I think it is an important day, a new phase, after 3 years and a half that we didn't see any kind of sign from the Russian side that there was a willing for dialogue. So something is changing, something has changed, thanks to you. Thanks also to the stalling in the battlefield, which was achieved with the bravery of Ukrainians and with the unity that we all provided to Ukraine. And the reason why I mention it is that we also have to remind that if we want to reach peace and if we want to guarantee justice, we have to do it united. So that's why it's a very good day, the one we are in. You can obviously count on Italy as it was from the beginning. We are on the side of Ukraine, and we do absolutely support your efforts towards peace.
Yeah, her future is right now pretty locked. So we'll see what comes next. If you give up land, there has to be something that you get. What is it that Ukraine gets? Ukraine said they are willing to buy $100 billion worth of American hardware. Now, we should discuss strategic importance for a moment. Is there a value to us having this relationship with Ukraine? I know that the so-called woke right, whatever you would call that, is that the right terminology, Producer Carl? You know more about this than I do.
That's what they call them. That's what they call them.
Who would be on the side of the woke right?
I think they're talking about the pro-Israel faction of the GOP.
The pro-Israel faction?
I think so, because
that would mean I'm part of the woke right, and I'm not part of the woke right.
I think that's what they're saying, because they're saying that like Israel is a victim and it's woke, and you know.
I don't think that's what it means. Hold on, now we gotta go get definitions. I thought the woke right was this idea of we don't want entanglements with any other countries. We don't want the forever wars. Everybody's on their own. We don't care if they like that. Like it was the Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens crew that was part of this. So we need some definitions. Can't be utilizing terminology if we don't have definitions. But there are definitely people who will question, do we want to be engaged in any type of war footing regarding Ukraine? I can appreciate the conversation, the question. I think that that's worthy. As we've discussed, if we're already going to be making investments into rare earth minerals and things like that, those kinds of deals with Ukraine, we're going to protect those investments. We are. We absolutely are. If we are now engaged in that protection of that investment, what else are we getting out of it? Has anybody discussed whether or not being having a relationship with Ukraine gives us any level of over the horizon on actions in the area, specifically regarding movements of China? Has there been any discussion at all about whether or not this gives us opportunity? Maybe there's more at play than just stopping the war? I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I have the answer on this. I'm just asking if we've discussed all the points. And it seems because of this meeting yesterday, for the first time, some of these points, like Ukraine giving up land, are actually being discussed out loud. And there's a reason that matters. I'll discuss that on Tony Katz today. Right now, Matt Baer has traffic. He's a good man. What's going on, Matt?
Well, thank you, Tony. Looking at inbound 69 stop-and-go traffic, 116th Street, 282nd at 8-minute delay. Northbound 465 slow, 86th Street up to 865. East side, northbound 465 slow before 70 up to East 56th Street. And south side, 7-minute delay on northbound 65 Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. Westbound 465 slows after I-65 over 231. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, employee-owned B-Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to B-Window. Katz.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob. Former mayor of Indianapolis, Greg Ballard, will be here. He's got a new book out. Can a Republican still win in Indy? We'll talk about it Tuesday, 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
If your HVAC system is not working, it's been a bad summer. Luckily for you, you have Masters Heating and Cooling to get things right now. Masters Heating and Cooling, I actually had them out just yesterday to take a look at the studio system, see how everything was working, because it's different than the rest of the house. The rest of the house has been perfect, fantastic, amazing. It doesn't matter how hot it's been outside, how humid. The house has been cool and comfortable and a little chilly, and that's the way I like it. Masters Heating and Cooling will help you get the ideal temperature in your home for the summer, for the winter, any time of year. And they have got financing that helps you make everything work with your budget and 24/7 emergency services. So no matter what goes wrong, if anything goes wrong, Masters is there to help. Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling today. David, the entire team at Masters Heating and Cooling, fantastic people. Enjoy it. Enjoy working with them. Get with them today. Masters Heating and Cooling, 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling, 567-9505, or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Community Health Network cares for your heart health. From heart scans and vascular screenings to complex heart procedures, you can count on our expert team for the highest quality cardiovascular care, when and where you need it. Your path to a healthy heart starts with knowing your risk. Schedule a heart scan or vascular screening today. Visit ecommunity.com/heart. Community Health Network. Exceptional care. Simply delivered.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Join the Home and Garden Show live this Saturday at Nature Spire, Carmel's only plant boutique. Plants, moss art, and more. Register to win the Classic Pumpkin Package giveaway. 421 South Range Line.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What President Trump is saying this morning about yesterday's meeting with world leaders. Nothing on radar, 74 degrees in the capital city, going up to 88. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:31.
Well, I think really they have respect for our country again. A year ago, they wouldn't have come. They wouldn't have even thought about it. Now, we've become the hottest country anywhere in the world. Everybody wants to be here. When I made the call, they came.
That's President Trump minutes ago on Fox and Friends about his Monday meeting with Ukraine's President Zelensky and other world leaders.
No, I thought I'd do first let them meet. You know, they haven't been exactly best friends. They haven't gotten along very well. And I called President Putin yesterday, and I do have a good relationship. But it, only matters if we get things done.
And Trump says he hopes that Russia's president and Ukraine's president will eventually meet to end the war.
I hope President Putin is going to be good, and if he's not, it's going to be a rough situation. And I hope that President Zelensky will do what he has to do. Yes.
And President Trump met with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Friday in Alaska. The wife of an NYPD officer who was killed in a shooting in Midtown has given birth to the couple's third son.
New York Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch announced the birth of a baby boy born to Jamila Akhtar, the widow of Officer Didarul Islam, saying, quote, out of tragedy, a new life has entered this world. Islam was killed last month when he was working as a security guard inside the building that houses the corporate offices of the NFL and Blackstone. He was one of multiple people killed when a man opened fire in the lobby before heading to an elevator and continuing his rampage on the 33rd floor, then turning the gun on himself. Islam was a 3.5-year veteran of the NYPD and an immigrant from Bangladesh. He received a posthumous promotion to detective by Commissioner Tisch during his funeral. In New York City, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Hurricane Erin is a Category 3 storm. The National Hurricane Center reports its top sustained winds have slightly decreased to 115 miles an hour. Forecasters say it could cause high surf, bringing possible tropical storm conditions to parts of the Bahamas and the U.S. Atlantic coast this week. The measles outbreak in Texas is over, says the Department of State Health. It says more than 42 days have passed since the last case was reported. After several days of heat and storms, you may get some relief.
But the high temperatures will stick around. I'm Jake McDaniel.
In the upper 80s to around 90 on Tuesday. However, we will have another chance for some rain as the system moves through.
Jason Puma with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says after that, cooler air will arrive in Indiana.
We'll see high temperatures on Wednesday through Friday, mainly in the middle to upper 80s, so slightly cooler and slightly less humid as well.
Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indianapolis Colts are adding to their secondary with veteran cornerback Xavier Howard agreeing to a deal Monday.
Well, I know X from his college days. We drafted him when I was the DB coach at Miami.
Indy defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo.
He can go get the ball, and he's proven that throughout his NFL career that he's been an elite interceptor. We're hoping that, we'll give him some time to get back into football shape because that takes a while.
And the Colts have been hard hit by injuries at cornerback Jalen Jones and Juju Brent sidelined with hamstring injuries, and rookie Justin Wally is out for the season with a torn ACL. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark has already missed nearly a dozen games this season, and the team hopes to get her back soon. On Sunday, guard Sophie Cunningham was carried off the floor with a knee injury in a 99-93 overtime win against the Connecticut Sun. The team has not said what's wrong with her yet. The Cincinnati Reds opened their series with the Anaheim Angels last night with a 4-1 win, and the Milwaukee Brewers shut out the Chicago Cubs 7-0. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Inbound 69, 5-minute delay, 116th Street, 282nd. Northbound 465 on the northwest side. Stop and go 79th up to 865. Boonies, Indianapolis Road is closed both directions from County Road 757 to Whitestown Parkway. That's because of road construction lasting for a week. Northbound 65 slow Southport Road up to 465 because of construction. And again, from Keystone Avenue into the South Split, a 4-minute delay. Westbound 465 South Side, slow 65 231. Inbound 79 after rural into the North Split and leading into southbound 65 70, which is slow. North Split down to Fletcher Avenue because of construction. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
What do we have? 74 degrees? Fantastic. 74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Discussing end-of-life matters can be uncomfortable, but it's also necessary to ensure that loved ones' wishes are well known ahead of time. This is Tina McIntosh, president of Joy's House and co-host of the Caregiver Crossing radio program. Up next, I'll share suggestions to help ease anxiety surrounding the talk.
Cardon & Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Visit cardon.us to find a community near you.
Direct, open, and honest conversation is the best way to discuss end-of-life wishes. Knowing your loved one's preferred treatments and desired arrangements will ready everyone for when the time comes. Also helpful, creating a will or trust to ensure assets are distributed accordingly. And consider an end-of-life doula to assist your family during the process. More tips like this are available anytime at caregivercrossingradio.org. With new weekly content created by Joy's House and distributed in partnership with Network Indiana, we're an on-air and online support group for Hoosier family caregivers. Hear conversations with experts, access a library of online education, and more at caregivercrossingradio.org.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at B-Window, we mean business.
How bad is it?
Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight.
Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning, brought to you by From Hollywood to the Heartland. This Saturday, guys, it's looking so good. The barbecue from Big Hoffa's Barbecue in Westfield. The cigars from Blend Bar Cigar, Indianapolis, blendbarcigar.com. So good. The desserts from Circle City Sweets, the whiskey, the bourbon from West Fork Whiskey. It is going to be amazing. Tickets.tonykatz.com. They're going to sell it this week. We're going to get there because of you, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support. We put this thing together quickly, and you guys were right there for it. Can't thank you enough. Tickets.tonykatz.com. That's where you go. Get your tickets. Presented by JustAddWaterBoats.com. They got, guys, bring the boats out. Bring them out, lay them out. It would look so good. Look so good. Defiance Beef will be there. DefianceBeef.com. If you ever wanted to, like, order your own cow and have it butchered the way you want and just fill the freezers, DefianceBeef.com is going to help you do that for sure. Premier Arms and PA Jewelers. They'll have the jewelry out. They'll have so many cool things for you for purchase. Incredible deals there. And Boer will be there. BoerRemodeling.com. You want to talk to them about that renovation project. BoerRemodeling.com. They'll be there. Right there on August 23rd, tickets.tonykatz.com. Get your tickets now. It's going to be such a good night. It's going to be so good. It's dinner and a show. My gosh. You would pay double anywhere else. That's how much I love you. Tickets.tonykatz.com. You've got Dow futures up 77 right now. NASDAQ futures up, down 20. Oil prices, $62.78 on the West Texas crude, $66 a barrel on the Brent crude. 10-year Treasury at 4.316, so it had been playing in the 4.2s, now in the 4.3s. And as the stories go, wait, Jerome Powell speaking today? Hold on a second. About what? Okay, no, they're not. There's no rate stuff today. I'm like, I must be missing something. This is one of those symposiums they have in Wyoming. It's a conversation that Powell in his speech is going to be, what do we think about what the Fed is going to do at their policy meetings the rest of this year? If they only signal a quarter-point cut, people are going to be angry. If they signal a half-point cut, it'll be okay. This is the minimum that we can accept. The minimum. I absolutely think that's where people are. That if there isn't a cut of at least half point, it's full-on rebellion at that moment. And I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't at least a half-point cut. If there's a quarter-point cut, Trump's saying you're fired. Just gone. Go. Get out. I don't care if you only have a couple months left. Goodbye. See, I'm done thinking about this. We have no more time to wait. This is flat-out abusive. I think that's what's going to happen. So that's where the markets are. That's where we're at. You should be with me Saturday. Tickets.tonykatz.com. I can't thank you enough for everyone who's been there. And we're gearing up for November. You may have to get fancy. See, this one, dress casual. I don't even care if you wear pants. That's for August 23rd for Nick Searcy. He might not even be wearing pants. But November, oh yeah, you may have to do a little shopping. I'll explain in the next week. Yeah, probably the next week. I think that'll work out. Tony Katz, that's me, by the way. What's going on, everybody? 93 WIBC. Good morning. The housing market, you've heard us talk about it numerous times. Zillow says that Indianapolis is number 2 among 2025's hottest markets. Home value's risen, holding strong. It's a great time to sell, but you need to hire the team with proven systems to maximize your equity. Sell your home with Mark Dietel. Perhaps you're worried that you need costly repairs or upgrades to sell your home. Mark Dietel is the real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. Just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Dan and Casey in Indianapolis said it was time to downsize and we needed to sell our old house quickly at full value. Mark Dietel made it happen. We got our asking price in a few weeks without any repairs or an appraisal. You want to call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold or he will buy it. That's Mark Dietel. He's a good guy. Good dude. You're going to enjoy the conversation. 317-755-4232. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. Go online to markdietel.com and reach him there. That's Mark Dietel, Dietel, markdietel.com.
President Zelensky can end the war with Russia almost immediately.
93 WIBC.
You had Russia shelling Ukrainian cities overnight leading into this meeting.
Hear the news.
2 officers down, I'm hit.
Another update is just minutes away.
A shooting at an apartment building along Central Avenue in the near northeast side.
What happens next?
I was scared.
Happens here.
It makes me want to move right now.
IMPD looking into how a 3-year-old boy ended up in a pond.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Hey guys, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Look, we've all been feeling the heat, and that's why this is the perfect time to make that call to Universal Windows Direct so they can help you stay cool in your home throughout the rest of the summer and warm in your home all winter long. And this is the perfect time to call because what an incredible deal going on with Universal Windows Direct. Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you're going to get the next 2 free. There's no limit. Got 8 windows that need replacing? You only pay for 4. It's that simple. And here's the part I really love. You'll get no interest for 5 whole years. That's right, 60 months of 0 interest financing, which makes upgrading your home not just smart, but affordable too. Now, some restrictions may apply. So to get all the information and most importantly, schedule a totally free, no hassle, no obligation in-home estimate, call Universal Windows Direct today. 317-659-7574. 317-659-7574. Check them out on the web, universalwindowsdirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
And he went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with 0 experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What do you know?
South side crash westbound 465 at 31 East. Blocking the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Emerson Avenue, 4-minute delay. Northbound 65 on the south side jams at Southport Road past Edgewood Avenue, keeping an eye on that. And then we continue to slow up to the 465 ramps at more construction delay on northbound 65. This is from Raymond into the south split. And southbound 6570 downtown dragging because of the construction, north split down to Fletcher Avenue. On the east side, northbound 465 slow from 70M to Penn Pike. And inbound 69 slow from 106th Street down to 82nd. That is a 4-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off. Plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
75 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
See a wreck on 465? Find a new pothole on your way to work? You can let Matt Bear know and help out your fellow travelers. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393 and join the text club.
I don't know what's happening here. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that TV theme song? Here's how we play our game. Producer Carl picks a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. I have no idea what this is, so I will phone a friend. Matt Bear is my friend. Matt Bear, you started from the beginning, producer Carl. Started from the beginning. Matt Bear, what is this television theme song?
That's Spartacus, Tony.
I like it. I think that's solid. Okay. The text with the win. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the theme song to Glee. Wow.
Did we get that from our text line?
No, someone texted me directly.
Oh, okay.
Am I allowed to say where you're from, sir? I don't want to out him. Oh, that's good. That's exactly what it is. But weird, I don't like, so the show itself, I certainly watched some episodes. I like singing. And I don't remember it from the theme, the opening theme. I remember it from the breaks in and out of the show. A little more than the opening theme. But nice pull. Nice pull right there. I'm super impressed. That comes from the general manager of the Hyatt Regency downtown.
Wow.
Kyle, bravissimo.
A fan.
Good Lord. That is super, super impressive.
Hey, Tony, I'm going to give you this, though.
What?
You got to fail, but he got it right.
Yeah. So I don't get it right, but Kyle does. I have sources. And now that is ridiculous. That is just, how dare you? My goodness. Yeah, there it is. All right, done. Well done, Kyle. You. By the way, write him down. Kyle from the Hyatt. He wins. He wins this round right there. So let us continue, if we shall. I'm sorry. I'm just shook by how producer Carl has just treated all of us. We will dig more into this possible peace deal between Russia and Ukraine, to the extent that it is indeed a peace deal. And also, if you get the show sheet, which is over there at TonyKatz.com, I will talk about this driver's license fraud for illegals in Kentucky. It's a crazed story. I will talk more about redistricting, which I do. I favor the special session. I think you got to call it. And I think the idea of, well, the cost, sorry, Governor, that dog won't hunt. Everybody on the record, do you want to do it or not? Maybe they don't want to, but you should call the special session. This is not about, well, that's not what we do here. It's about what California and others are doing over there. Texas was allowed to do this. It's a political process. What California and Gavin Newsom want to do is retribution. Sorry, I don't think you allow that to take place. Well, if we're going to have a special session, it has to be about property taxes. I don't disagree that the property tax thing is completely messed up. They screwed it up. It's ugly what happened. The taxes on cigars, how many more times do I have to say it? I'm saying that this is a different subject. The two things are not connected, and sometimes you got to focus. I'm just saying I want the special session on the redistricting. Go vote. Let's see what we do. So I'm going to discuss that. But there's a story about the United States considering an investment into Intel. This was the Wall Street Journal. SoftBank is going to invest $2 billion into Intel, the chip maker. And I'm like, I don't know if right now that makes sense. Why is that happening? But okay, the bank can do what they do unless there's something else I don't know. And it follows a story that the U.S. government is considering taking a 10% stake of Intel. And at that moment, I'm like, my God, we're back to picking winners and losers. Not cool. Well, Tony, we need the chip maker. Do we need the chip maker, or do we need the chip maker to be better at what they do? We create all these acts and everything to protect this and protect that. What if they're making crappy chips and they need to make better chips? So we're going to break this down. And did SoftBank get a favorable deal to give the $2 billion? I've got questions galore. That's all happening on Tony Katz today at noon, so you should be there. Matt Bear has traffic.
Northbound 65 stop-and-go traffic from Keystone Avenue into the South Split because of construction. And south of that, northbound 65